Hello, YouTubies. Tonight, we're going to start by having a step two. Tonight, I'm drinking a lovely triple Belgian ale out of La Belle Provence du Quebec. I think my French is pretty decent, huh? Yeah. La Belle. Well, my French isn't decent. Pronunciation, I'm pretty good at doing the accent. So I'm gonna start with a step two. La fin du monde, and that loosely translates as the beginning of the world. So tonight we're going to look in the fridge here. We got all kinds of stuff. Clearly it needs a bit of an overhaul here. This is I'm trying to do, I've got the camera on the tripod, the old, I'm going to call it the drugstore camera, but it's on a tripod, and I used to do a lot of fun video editing, like on YouTube, a few years before was overtaken by Google or Alphabet or whatever you call it, but doing things holding a mobile device, trying to think of everything. It's really tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. But here's this bird. Bought it. I bought it. It wasn't frozen, but I froze it, and I just thawed it out today. But what I'm going to show you how to do is how to spatch a cock. And now, it's not my first rodeo. Okay. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a cutting board. We're gonna first thing you gotta, and maybe this is good. I'm not a seasoned professional chef or anything, but some basics. So some of you millennials out there, or Zoomers, you got you're reluctant to get your driver's licenses, man. I'm a Gen X dude, and I'll tell you, that was priority number one. We are all driving to high school, either in our own cars or parents' extra car. Yeah, it was boy oh boy, couldn't get that license fast enough. Anyway. This got a little, it's like a bread clip. They should use this on type of thing on criminals. Just put their feet through that. They're incapacitated. They're somewhat immobilized. So you got your chicken here. Okay, now just first step. You either want to throw this away or maybe burn it in a fire. Let's get rid of that. All that potential salmonella. Now, you gotta inspect the bird. Sometimes they have a gut bag right in the cavity there. In this case, we don't. And ordinarily I'd like to stuff even a small chicken like this with maybe a bit of like a wild rice type thing. But it's a little late for that sort of last minute video. Okay, now next thing, I'm gonna wash my hands. You know, you're touching the raw bird, and you know, I don't know if it's a dirty bird or a clean bird, so I'm gonna get, oh, I got dish soap. I'm just gonna run a little sink bath in the kitchen sink here, so I can just quickly, you know, as I'm handling the avian, the skinned avian, I can just do a quick hand wash. These are little things, you know, like if you're, like I say, like maybe kind of targeting, you know, people who've never cooked before. It's all just all these little considerations that you have to keep in mind. You know, you gotta have a dish towel, you know, dry your hands. Okay. Now, step to spatch the cock. You gotta spatch the cock, and I'm gonna continue enjoying my step 2 while I go through the process here. And before I spatch the cock, I'm gonna pull out a roast. Oh, you know what? Silly me. I didn't even preheat the oven, so I'm gonna set the oven to bake. I'm gonna go 375. And yeah. And what do you put in with your chicken? Like in terms of vegetables. I don't know, with chicken, I mean, it's I'm thinking. You know, I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm just gonna do some chunks of red cabbage and pineapple, and so I'm gonna get another cooking. Do I have one? I'm thinking, whatchamacallit, cutting board. Oh, I know where it is. It's on the kitchen table. I used it for eating a peanut butter and banana sandwich earlier. All right. Okay, now sometimes like your cutting board isn't clean, you know, on one side. Well, you know, you can if you want to save time, just flip it over and it's clean on the other side, right? So we got that. And to stuff in with this, maybe you know, let's make a quick stuffing. Just out of the blue, and I'll show you. I'm gonna grab some. I'm gonna grab some soda crackers. Some yeah, I won't need breadcrumbs with the soda crackers. Soda crackers. See, ooh, a purple onion, or a red onion, whatever. Oh, I don't need to go to the pantry. I've got half one here, and this should suffice. Just this half onion and some soda crackers. And what I'm gonna do, camera so you can see what I'm doing, maybe. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, now I'm gonna get, well, I got a little knife right here. Just gonna cut off that part. We call that like the apex, or I don't know. Peel off the skin. Look at that, it's so shiny. Looks like a male prophylactic. I hate to do that kind of imagery, but anyway, it's really slick looking. There's some little flaws in there. You know, but not the end of the world. Okay, so when I slice, you know, if I want to get this in little, almost diced fashion. So I firmly hold the onion together, and I make these cuts like this. And there's little bits coming out, but that's okay. That's okay. It's like what did Bob Ross say? Like happy accidents. You know? Just slice this up. Oh. It's not a race against time, because we're still waiting on the oven to heat up, eh? It's not like if I was doing this in some kind of commercial capacity, I'd have the head chef like, speed it up, hurry. It'd be like a curling match. Alright. Got this under control. So this is gonna be, this is crazy. I just thought of this. I'm gonna put in, well, you know, another good thing, well, I don't know, like rinsing the bird, who cares? Fuck it. I mean, I want to edit that out. That's why I can't make videos for youngsters. I always have a curse word or two. Okay, so I'm just gonna crumble these up by hand, kind of mix them in with the onion, and then here's a super secret thing I've got going on. Here's some sage, and it grows right in my front yard. Lucky to have got a nice big sage bush. So we're gonna crackers, red onion, and sage. That's gonna be the stuffing for this bird. And see what I do there? Grab it from the tip, and then it's like shaving against the grain, you know, which I wouldn't recommend. We got razor burn. If you ever shaved, if you're someone who shaves, I'm someone who shaves sometimes. See, like I got a sporting kind of thing. My neck could use a touch-up. Yeah, alright, put some sage in there. You use as much or as little as your heart as your heart desires. If the heart is capable of desire, I think so. Yeah, this has been drying out like a couple of months. Now, what I'm gonna do, oh, this is the end of this olive oil. It's great value. I'm just gonna put some olive oil on this, stuff it. I mean, like, god damn, you got that cavity there, and I just thought, like, well, if this is gonna be a cooking show, I may as well kind of provide some semblance of my intuitive approach to culinary arts. Alright, next. Oh, this is something special. What we have here is from the refrigerator is I think you say coagulated, but it's bacon fat. Every time I cook bacon, I drain the grease off, put her in a cup, and then refrigerate it. And that way, wow, we're gonna get, I don't know, maybe this is sacrilegious for some people in their religious dietary observations, but I think this will be pretty good. And then, so I'll just put a couple of globs in that there. Keep in mind that, you know, I've got my sink set up so I can quickly wash my hands. You got when you're cooking, like not touching stuff with the greasy bits of your digits. Wash that up. Okay. I'll just show you. I'll show you my soup that I made a couple of days ago while we're here. Yeah. What burner? There's a burner on here. Oh, the oven. I was like, what? Did I leave a burner on while I? You know, I set the oven on. So now, I don't know if I can, you know, I'll use the front angle lens. Here's what we've got for the stuffing. And in order to spatchcock, you know, I'm talking like I'm some kind of expert. I'm really not. Or maybe that's clear by now to to anyone observant in the audience. But it's salt, and so I'm gonna get some salt. And you know what? I'm gonna coat this whole chicken in smoked paprika. It's like I hardly use it. Oh. And you know, why not? You know, just when it comes to cooking, you know, just don't be afraid. You know, like I don't think smoked paprika is gonna ruin the chicken. But before I do, I'm gonna get a little roaster out. Oh, where is it? Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, I know where it is. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna be right back in a flash. I've got a backup roaster or two, so I'm just gonna run. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I got this little guy, but it's gonna be big enough for this bird here. It's not a big bird. I don't know. It's bigger than a Cornish game hen. Okay, so now we gotta. Should I stuff the? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna spatch it first. So in order to spatch a cock, you need salt. Spatching the cock. That's what I've probably titled this video, Spatch the Cock. So what I've got here is some, it's actually canning and pickling salt. But I find it's applicable, you know, I use it for everything really. Just running low though. Gotta replenish it, and it's been some of the best salt. And if you're a salt person, you know, well, everyone, it's essential to cooking. But Windsor coarse kosher salt is really nice. I found, but so I gotta, you know, that's like a few pinches, I guess, maybe more than a few, less than several. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm taking this bird here, and I'm going to just rub that salt in there all over. It's pretty gross. I know some people don't want to touch meat. Flip it over. Wash my hands. Just drying in my hair. Denims. Dry your hands on the denims. Rock and roll on that. Gonna grab a little more salt. So I'm just gonna sprinkling it on top there. And you're spatching a cock, I think you're supposed to use butter. And you know, I don't want to make this video too boring. Maybe I'm gonna edit it down. I've got some butter, thankfully, and you know it's time for me to replenish my butter dish anyway. So let's do it. Gonna get that in the package there, and it's my preferred knife for slicing butter off. What I do, I buy the pound of butter, and then I typically cut it into thirds, you know, because I don't want a whole thing of butter going rancid or whatever, you know. But I go through butter fairly quickly, so I just get the action here. Oh, I've got sage and bacon fat stuck to my hand. Okay. So yeah, I just slice off like a 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch straw, like that, and then I put it in my. I've got a Denby butter dish. It's a snare loom, kind of quite fancy, I guess. Oh, it's very old. It's older than me, maybe. It's kind of nice being able to preserve things, well-made things from the past. Thoughtfully made things. You can see it's got a nice, I don't even know how, I have no idea how they do that. That's nice. So now I'm gonna take some of this butter here. I'm gonna get it all over my hands. I don't know, this isn't working. Actually, I've never done this before. I'm like, here's how to spatchcock. Just gonna, I don't know, pretend it's your significant other and just give it a nice rub down. Pretend you're a massage artist here. Just spatching the cock, eh? There's a little bit of butter here. I'm just gonna stuff it in the cavity. Oh, this is pretty gross in a way, you know. It's like a once living thing. Gotta get over it. Just wash my hands here. Alright, back with clean hands, not dry. I'm gonna have to wash it again right away after I stuff this cock. There we go. Okay. I'm not Julia Child, but I'm not too shabby, huh? So this stuffing is crackers, bacon fat, sage, and red onion. That's like just a last minute consideration. Hey, so don't be afraid to jam it in there, get it nice and dense. Might have some left over. What do I do with that? I don't know. Refrigerate it, throw it in a soup. You don't want mushy crackers in your soup. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. This is not the joy of cooking. This is the necessity of cooking. Imagine Bob Ross. Welcome to the necessity of painting. Yeah, I really loved him as a child, and then even as an alcoholic teenager. It was like Sunday morning. It was the most therapeutic, the best hangover remedy. Just relaxing, watching the joy of painting. PBS. Okay, so I think got this pretty much under control here. This one. Let's make it do a dance first. I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself. Alright, yeah. Like I said, you gotta wash your hands all this time. Now, okay, now I think the oven is, yeah, it's up to speed. It's up to speed here. Yeah, ready to accept a roaster full of whatever beast you want to put in there. Or you could get, you know, if you're a vegan, well, I don't know why a vegan would watch this, or just to maybe get upset. Step 2 is going down smooth. You know, okay, so, you know, well, I'll talk about it, like, I'm a bachelor, dude. I don't think anyone will be too offended if I... Oh! Here's a good pro tip. Whenever you pull something out of the cabinet or whatever, like, give it a rinse, because maybe someone didn't rinse it well, or someone else washed it, and so I'm just gonna, prior to, you don't want to like have something come out and it tastes like dish soap or like dust or whatever. Give it a rinse there, and then, you know, I'm gonna add a little more salt to the bottom. A slow roaster. Ordinarily, I'd use like an oblong, like a kind of ellipse shaped roaster, but that one's currently in the refrigerator, so I'm glad I have this one. There's some ear salt. Throw in the ear salt. A little earwax into the, yeah, when you spatch your cock, first you pick your ear. Oh boy. Oh, here's my opus magnus of corn that I grew, and it's pretty, I don't know, I'll maybe peel it open next episode here. Fuck, you know what? Oh, see my cursing. So I can't make these videos for kids. Well, what kid doesn't know the F word, eh? Oh, hopefully there's some out there. But, you know what? I'm just gonna throw this, and this looks pretty darn good. This corn, I grew that. My garden was quite a bust, really. I didn't tend to it enough, and didn't plan it out all that well, but I did manage a few crops. Okay, so I'm going to put this corn in with the chicken. See how that turns out. So if I'm putting corn in there, I'm going to put in some black pepper. I'm not going to freshly grind it. I do have peppercorns, but I don't know where my mill went. So now in the roaster we've got coarse salt, got pepper, I think I managed to totally put all that stuff inside the cavity there. Now we are going to, what else? You know, I'm just going to put a little olive oil on the bottom of the pan. I don't know if that's cheating or improper. Like, would Julia Child smack my hand? I don't know. And this isn't even like extra virgin, it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. I've got some fancier stuff, but got corn in there. Okay, I'm gonna run and get an onion. red onion. I mean, they look purple. And I'll show you how to, how I do it. So I start by, let's cut the top, cut the bottom, and then I go like that, and then hopefully skin it. Let's give it a twist. Oh boy. Yeah, here's how you do it. You sit there picking at it for a fucking... Oh, there I go with the F-bombs again. If I can train myself to stop doing that. You know, push comes to shove, just take a whole extra layer off. Where did I cut it? Right there. And then, no, it seems wasteful, but you can always peel that off after, because I don't know what. Maybe some people will find like ASMR quality in me working at it. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna quarter this thing. I've still got lots of butter on that knife. Just wipe it on the. It's not really. Anyway, I'm just gonna quarter this onion. So, and mushrooms. So I'm a little in the non-preparatory type mind frame, and I already washed these off. So I'm just gonna throw them in whole. There we go. And they're kind of on the bottom. Now you can see there. Now I gotta fit this bird in. You can, like take a toothpick and cross its legs. Or I could put this clip. I don't think this clip is oven friendly because it's made of plastic. So that would be catastrophic if I did that. But I'm just gonna teleport it in there. I don't know if it's better to roast it right side up, upside down. I got it in there like that. And what I'm gonna do, wash my hands again. After handling the avian. Oh, that's what I forgot. You know what I'm gonna do? Before adding some step 2 to the mix is smoked paprika. McCormick brand. And the wonderful thing about like dried spices, it just like I think this thing is like almost as old as I am, and it just doesn't. Maybe it loses its efficacy, but over time, as long as it's sealed up. Whoa, a little overboard there. I'm just gonna put it everywhere here. And what else can we put in this chicken roast? Oh, I missed a mushroom. You know what? Throw in some black pepper. Got smoked paprika. This pre-ground black pepper. What's it called? Coarse ground black pepper. Poivre noir. Pour mes amis parlent français. Pour les mes amis qui parlent français. Or a thing or two. And you know one little cooking trick. Almost never hurts to put in a bit of sugar. But instead of no, I'm not doing that. No, that's too much. Just thinking maple syrup, but no. Just a small bit of brown sugar. It's kind of sound like a jazz band. All right. Wondering what else I can do. I don't want to get too crazy. But I still got a bit of room in the roaster here. You can see that. I'm going to put a little bacon fat on top. Could have thrown in some garlic cloves, but you know what? I've got something. I don't want this video to go drag on too long. So whenever I order pizza, I get these Papa John's things, and I typically don't use them. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna use it right in here. And just dump it right over everything. Just give her, bro. Give her, bro. There's no one who's gonna stop you. I'm sure it won't be bad. Maybe. I'm sure there'll be critics. Say, oh, mon Dieu, you know. Julia Child would smack my hand. Do a Julia Child impersonation. So hard to impersonate, and she's so funny. Okay, really inspired Emerald Lagasse. You know, BAM! BAM! Roast chicken and throw in a little beer. So after I do that, I'm going to throw it in the oven. I'm guessing it's going to be really something else. And I'm going to roast it. I don't know if I should do covered or maybe uncovered. I'm thinking uncovered would be ideal. So I'm going to roast this uncovered. Just get a good view here. This is awkward. Maybe I can quickly flip the camera. Okay, there we go. Let's see, it's and that stuffing. I should have got a better shot of that stuffing. What did I use? I used sage, soda crackers and red onion and bacon fat is inside the cavity of this bird here. So that is something as a side dish, eh? And you don't want to just sit there eating chicken and nothing else. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I could just eat chicken wings just about every night for the rest of my life, and not much more. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, and then I'm gonna pause the video, and then I'll come back. I don't know how long I should let it cook. I'm thinking at least, I'm gonna check on it in 90 minutes. So I'll be back in, obviously I'm not gonna let the video, but I'll be back in 90 minutes. Have a word from the advertisers. I hope not. Just like they used to say on TV, now our sponsors, or radio, and a word from our sponsors, which is, it makes everything work, and greases the wheel, so to speak. But yeah, thanks for watching in so far. We'll see how this cock spatch roast bird turns out.